Hey everyone, Base DS here, and welcome back to more Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Knuckles. Last time we made our way through Marble Garden Zone, and now that we're done there, we are here in Carnival Night Zone. Pretty infamous for a certain area in Act 2, which we'll get to later on down the road, but for now, we've still quite a ways to go before we even get to that point. But as we do, one thing I need to comment on before I continue any further. So, as I've said before, the Sonic series is known for its awesome music. Even if it ends up being a bad game, it just has music that you just can't hate. It's that good. So, for Carnival Night Zone and the next two zones after this, they were actually composed by Michael Jackson, of all people. So Sega had him on to develop the soundtrack for the game, but then when all the allegation stuff came out, it was either that, or he didn't like the sound output that Genesis was making his music sound. Either way, one of those two theories, eventually he ended up leaving the project, and they just left his music in the game, and left him uncredited. So yeah, the King of Pop actually worked on Sonic the Hedgehog. And really, it wasn't all completely random, he was actually a fan of the series, so... But anyway, getting back on track, we've got a couple of badniks here. We have Sparker, Clamor, and Batbot. But as long as you play your cards right, they won't be an issue. Of course, the zone, on the other hand, it's full of a couple of traps and moving barrels that can easily crush you if you're not careful. But luckily, we are already at the end of Act 1. And with that, say hello to the next sub-boss, that being Bowling Spin. So, what you want to go ahead and do is, you want to go ahead and hit Bowling Spin, that way his body inches out and extends. And you want the moving disc that he lets, well, a blade, I would guess, that you can ride around, but really I wouldn't advise it. But essentially, it's a timed boss fight, so if you don't destroy it before it destroys all the ground, you're going to end up dying. Simple as that, so keep that in mind. Of course, granted, I've had it happen to where I put Bowling Spin in a position to where the spinning disc couldn't actually get to it, and I died as a result. So yeah, that was not fun back then. But anyway, moving on to Act 2. Unfortunately, we've got water to deal with, but it won't be around for long. Alright. No, I wanted to get on top of the barrel, damn it. Okay, thank you. That's just what I wanted. Use the bumper to bounce me up here to get me where I need to be going. Would have sucked to have died to those spikes. So I'm going to come into here, and one thing to note is, there is a giant ring below us, but I really don't want to have to backtrack, so I'm just going to go ahead and ignore it. But it's there if you want to go ahead and grab it. And luckily, a well-timed cannonball shot propels us further. I always liked getting shot out of those cannonballs. It was always fun. And we have the infamous barrels popping up, but I'll go ahead and get into that more once we get further into the act. Because that one was actually easy to get past, but for the other one, I'll just wait till I get to that point and I'll explain there. Not really? Okay, come on. Easy does it. Good. So far, so good. And once again, Knuckles gets in our way, but he's really not doing anything. Instead, he just turns the electricity off. Don't know what that accomplishes, but hey, whatever makes him feel good about trying to get in our way. Okay, yeah. That was close. That could have ended badly. I'm glad I moved out of the way in time. Unfortunately, Tails was not as fortunate. get rid of these sparklers. And unfortunately for Tails, he's about to drown. Okay, he got lucky. You got lucky, Tails. You got real lucky. Okay, good. I timed it with the water's descent perfectly. That helped out. I gotta be real careful though, because I don't want to bump into anything that will make me lose my shield. Alright. Don't want to jump to any bumpers. I want to avoid that. Nope. Stop it. Stupid springs getting in the way. Oh, really? Alright, fine. Screw it. I'll go super. Had to slow down, because otherwise I would have gotten crushed by that barrel, and I didn't want that. Alright. Okay, let's just go ahead and get up here and grab these ring boxes. And luckily the power's back on now. Okay, yeah, I'll just go into it. Just so I can get out of my super state for now. Hey, thanks for getting me that extra life, Tails. Okay, let's see what else I can get out of this. Okay, doesn't look like anything I want. I could use some more rings, though. I got a bubble shield in the end. Damn. Alright, I'll take it. So, this right here. This barrel is pretty infamous because people didn't know how to get past it. But really, all you have to do is move up and down. Now, some people ended up getting stuck on the first one that we encountered in Act 2, but really, when you think about it, all they had to do was use the second controller, and they just could have had Tails fly them up. So they could have easily gotten past that point, no problem whatsoever. But for right there, there's literally no other way to get past it, so you were essentially stuck, and chances are, you suffered a time over because of it. But regardless, that barrel has been infamous for the past 20-something years. And I will admit, I have been done in by it a couple of times in the past. Okay, let's move on here. Luckily, we're almost at the end of the act, just a little bit more, assuming the bumpers would stop bouncing me around all over the place. And obviously, Knuckles does not want us going that way, so instead he'll just flip that switch, and he sends us right up to the top. And so here we have Robotnik's next weapon, the Robotnik Graviton. So what Robotnik will do is he will fly around and drop this ball onto the floor, after which he will use the little Graviton generators to generate electricity, kind of like how he did with the Robotnik depth charger. It will create a small electrical twister, in which case it will try to pull us in and drag us up to the top of the machine. But you know what, I'm going to go ahead and intentionally get hit, that way I can go super and put it into this as fast as I can. Alright, come on down, Robotnik. I'll let you live a little while longer. And with that, he's down and out. And so with that, that'll go ahead and bring an end to things here. So, until next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying things so far, and I'll see you all again later. But first things first. Tails, you get in first.